Hi everyone, I am so glad to have you back with me today for our Passion Dallas series. Today, I am here with the DJ, our DJ, DJ Haze, and we're gonna hear about what he's passionate about. Roger. Hi, Roger.
What's up? What's up? Thanks for having me.
You know what? I'm already having fun because you always make me have fun. But I'm so glad you're here because you represent such a different genre than anybody that I've had the opportunity to speak with, and everybody knows and loves you, but we don't get to spend time with you. So I think this is gonna be awesome so that everybody gets to see a little piece of what you're all about. So thank you.
Thanks for having me.
So how was DJ Haze born out of Roger Haze? Where did he come from?
Oh wow, that is a good question. Where did Roger Haze come? Because Roger Haze wasn't always Roger Haze, DJ Haze. He was more like a stand up straight, sit up straight. But something just happened where it was actually in the military. When I was in the Army, I actually was Army. And people started gravitating towards me naturally. And it was just like, hey, where's Roger going? What's the Private Haze doing? Private Haze. And just kind of just went from there. And I just noticed that people were always wanting to be around me. I made nicknames for everybody in my platoon. And it was just, all right, well, I think this is something I could do. And, it just went from there and then just skyrocketed to college, and then people still gravitating, and I'm like, okay, because growing up, I was more of a shy, timid, no, I don't know, no, not me, no, spotlight off me. Now it's like, where's the spotlight? And I need light. So, the journey has been great, Carrie. It's been so awesome.
That's really interesting. First of all, I don't see you as being shy and quiet. However, I do think that what is unique about you that I got to know separate and apart from just being at parties, but really working with you, is you do have a very sweet, sensitive, but I knew that you cared about my party. It wasn't just about a show for you. So I see both sides. Even I don't see shy, but I do see sweet and caring and a lot. You want to add something different to the party. What are you the most passionate about though? What moves you in this industry?
Wow. Well, like you said, it's just something that you have to be passionate about this because there's so many. You never know what I could be in a desk office just doing eating my cheese sandwich and punching out, but it's just not for me. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what meeting you go to and how the client is, the wedding, bride, momzilla or whatever you call it. You never know what, and just not knowing the unknown, and it's challenging, and I'm just all about challenges. And I'm more passionate, just looking at people's faces and knowing that I was a part of that special day.
I wonder, does it get stale? Or is each party kind of its own? Because it's different. I don't go to parties all the time,
right.
and they're different to me because when I do go, it's unique. But you're doing so many all the time. Is it different each time? Do they have
sometimes I feel like it's stale because there's only so much Bruno Mars or so many different types of genres of music to play, and it seems like me playing the same at every party. I'm like, okay, I hope they still like this. I hope this still works, but. In actuality, the crowd, they're like, oh my God, they've never heard the song before. And it's how you play it and the timing and how you build it up. Because people I go to meetings, they're like, well, no Cotton Eye Joe, no, none of that crazy stuff. But, during the party, it's like, oh my God, we're gonna do something crazy, silly. All right, guys. And then how I present it, and it just makes a whole different, it brings a whole different light to something that in a meeting, if we were just talking about it, and I said I wanted to, let's do the chicken dance. Absolutely not. We're not ever doing the chicken dance, but the way I bring it and the energy that you have to bring when you're presenting these type of songs changes it dramatically, and it just makes it so much. And I love it. I just absolutely love it. From the kids, the kids aspect and the adults aspect. you know, it takes someone that, you have to be passionate to bring those two together, because kids, you know, they want this, and adults want more of a, you know, this, but there's those few songs that you have to combine, and it's just, you just never know. It's just the unknown. It just drives me to, you know, want to do it every day, all day.
Do you have to get yourself in the mood? Like I mean, it's, you know, it's Saturday nights rolling around and you're booked, and I know, you know, you're booked, but he's still available. You can get him if you want him. You just have to think in advance. Right? But, you know, how do you get yourself up and ready? Because I think that's a challenge.
At 7 or 6 or 5 or whenever it's go time, it's just like, it automatically just clicks for me. It's just automatic. It's just like a turning on, you know, the microwave. It's just like, I'm on, and there's no really, like, there's nothing that gets me like down or anything like that, or it's just more of a on and ready, lights, camera, action, and then it's just, I don't know, it's just so awesome.
You must be passionate about it.
Yes, yeah, I'm a little bit. You know, and I find out the little things go a long way. If I see one person, I'm going after that one person that I feel like, okay, I know I need to bring out, you know, the grandma that's like 80 years old and she's out in a wheelchair, and I'm like, you know, and I'm just out there with her, and, you know, just spinning her around a little bit, and it's just those little things, from the shy kid that are like just in the corner, like, you know, never been to a party, starstruck, and don't know what's going on. So I'm like, hey, let's go talk to this person, let's bring everybody together, so I can touch each and every person at that party to make them feel more welcome. I seek those people out to invite those people to be a part of this event, because it's for everybody. I feel like we're all family. When the music starts, everybody, we're all family, so let's circle up.
Let's get together.
Let's get together!
But you know what is interesting about what you just said to me about, you know, wanting to touch a little bit? Well, there's two things, actually. First of all, is there something in you like Roger Haze, not DJ Haze, but Roger Haze as a child, that connects to you? Like, when you're so busy, how do you even recognize it, right? Like, it's not like you're doing other things up there.
Yeah, no, it's automatic, so I don't even know when I'm doing it. Sometimes I have to like, hey, who is this guy? Like, oh yeah, it's still me. But just family. Family's always been important to me, you know, and in certain like weddings and all the other things that I do, it's mostly family oriented. So it's like, I put myself as, every party that I do, it's my party. It's like, it's as if it's my own personal party. I don't want my party to fail. I want my party to be the most best thing, the most memorable. Go home like, oh my God, that was the best party ever. If you're not going home, your shoes are not off, you're not, my legs are so, then I didn't do my job. So sweaty, dad's shirts are sweaty, moms are walking like, oh God, like they're just walking on stilts and with their shoes in their hand, and they're just, and everybody, that's a sign of a good party. Kids are like, oh my God, I'm so tired. If you can get a kid that's been amped up on sugar all night and to be tired at the end of the night, then I'm like, yes.
Job's well done.
Yes.
It is very apparent to me that you want to leave an impact. Like, this is more than just a job. This is an impact. What do you hope to leave behind? I mean, what is it for you?
Wow. Just to know that, you know, I'm in, you know, the memories, the videos and all the stuff that, you know, people can go back, and I just, you know, as they go back and when their kids are in college, or when the bride and groom are grandparents or great grandparents, they can always pop in the whatever it is, a DVD or whatever it is, you know.
Who knows what
it is? Will be then the little chip on their head, and like play back, and it can make them smile, you know. I want to be able to know that, or for them to know that, you know, God, that guy, that was a good guy. That guy, this was the best party ever. And I don't even if they even remember my name. I don't even care. It's just more about, oh my God, remember our wedding? Look at this. And they pop it in, and they smile, and they cry, and they hug each other, and the family gathers around, and they're just like, and it's just the reflection of that 4 hours or 5 hour event made their day, made their life. You know, it was life-changing. It was a life-changing event. So if I can do that, that's all I care about.
You're gonna be happy.
Yeah.
So obviously you've been super successful, and deservedly so, because you do put it all out there. can't imagine that you haven't had some failures along the way, as we all have. Is there a particular failure that stands out that maybe helped you grow and move past, or get better?
Well, what I'm doing, I never stop learning. I never stop studying. I never stop, yearning for more and to strive to do more. But, as I got started, I kind of was just like, didn't really pay attention because I didn't think this was something I was really gonna do like full time, like 100% all in. So
it was a job at that point.
Yeah, like it was just like, oh yeah, and people's perception of a DJ, oh, he's a party guy, blah blah, and I just like it got to me, and I was like, okay, I'll just be that guy then. So I didn't do my homework for a wedding one time, and I forgot the first dance, or I forgot the song, and I didn't have it. I thought I had it, and I didn't, and I didn't go back and check it. I was just like, yeah, it's there, because it was it was there, but it was actually. It was this wrong song, but it was titled it was titled what it should have been, but when I played it, it wasn't the song. So I'm like, imagine the first dance, and they're like,
looking at you like.
I'm like, yeah, because, I didn't even listen to it. I just assumed that it was. So I didn't know if it was right or wrong. So I'm like, what's going on? And then they're like, this isn't the right song. I'm like, and I just sunk in my chair, and I didn't want to, and this was the beginning of the wedding, so after that, it was just like, I just felt so, but you know what, I was like, I can't let this hold me down, I made a mistake, I didn't do my homework, but, when it came to the dancing part, I was like, all right, so I'm gonna nail, I'm gonna get out there and just overdo it, so they'll never even think about it, their first dance, of course, who doesn't remember that, but after that, never again. I was like, okay, I don't care where it is, I am going to do my homework, so it's like, DJs have homework as well.
Yeah.
I tell you, and the night before studying, if there's music that I don't know, like a lot of the Israeli music and a lot of the Spanish and country stuff that I don't play, because I play a lot of top 40, American top 40, so that week of, I'm studying, I'm learning, I will learn how to two-step if I have to, and I do, I know how to two-step.
I can't wait to see that. Yeah. We might make him do that before we leave today.
All right, gotcha.
But there's the difference too. So you talked about like people's perception, and I think it's so interesting that people have this perception that DJs are just partiers.
Yeah.
And it's really a very different personality.
It is.
It's not at all a partier. I mean, that doesn't mean you don't have fun and whatever,
right.
But when you're there to work, it's research, it's time that you give up, it's passion, it's staying up at night worrying about it. I think it's important that people realize that anything that you want to do well, even being a DJ,
yes,
a fun DJ, is not what it seems. And there's a lot more depth that goes into it if you're going to be the guy.
Like, I consider myself a professional DJ because I do things in a professional manner. Like, I don't do half my 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever that I'm slotted to do. I'm totally 100% dedicated to that. And having, dealing with that, you have to do your homework, and it's just not, oh yeah, just, you have to think about, okay, remember at this time, and keeping on a time schedule and having to deal with kids. Oh my God, DJ, can you play this? And everybody's a DJ. After a certain hour, everybody becomes a DJ. So having to manage everything and keep the music going, by the way, there can never be any silence unless you're talking or something like that. Having to organize all these things and to have patience, patience, oh my God, if you don't have patience, you're in the wrong business. Oh, forget it, because patience is like the number one thing in this industry for me. I mean, I love it, and I've carried it out, beyond, because, I'm watching people, sometimes I'm on the stage, I'm looking down, and I'm seeing Grandpa's tapping his feet to this one, so, okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit more of that. Crowd watching and watching what's going on, and making sure all, even the vendors or even the food, watching, okay, food's getting ready. So I'm always surveying things, watching things, and, and even when I'm at a birthday parties, when I do have some downtime and I'm at a birthday party, I feel like I'm DJ Haze still. So who's not having a good time? Hey, you sit down, get up, come on, let's fist pump. And it's kind of like, okay, Roger, you just chill out, not everybody's DJ Haze, not everybody. Some people are just more subtle and they just like to have, sit and watch and, people watch, but not me. I'm like, you're not dancing, Carrie, you're not up dancing? Come on, I'm gonna take you to the dance floor, let's dance and have it. And so that's how passionate I am about this, because even outside of my own personal time, if it's in a party atmosphere or in some type of birthday party, whether it be, any type of thing, holidays. I'm just like, what can we do? What games can we play? What can we do to entertain? I'm always on entertain mode, 24/7. So, I mean, passion, this guy.
You know what, like, I've always been curious about actually is how do you figure out how to play music in the order that you play it in? I mean, I think that in itself is like a certain level of intelligence. I really do, because being that tuned into music
Yeah.
and knowing how one glides into the other, and I've been to several of your parties. Again, I don't get to go to that many, you know, unfortunately. You need to invite me to more, but they're all different.
Yeah.
It's not like you're gliding the same, you know, you're not doing that. So how did you learn that art? Because that's an art and an intelligence, and
Yeah.
where'd that come from?
It's reading the crowd and knowing, it starts from, I'm like a chef. I'm a musical chef. You know, I go with my clients and say, hey, you don't go to a restaurant and say, hey, chef, whatever you think. Just make me whatever you think. You might have a peanut allergy. You might not be.
Right.
So the more that I can, it's like ingredients. So you like this, you like that. I put it all in a pot, in a musical pot, and then I ones and twos it out to you.
Do you feel it come through you?
Oh yeah, yes. That's
Was
why.
that something that had to be crafted, or was that something that you naturally had the gift for?
Both.
Uh-huh.
Both, because if I can't always think about like what I like, might necessarily not be what the client likes or what the people like. So it's like I try to pepper in. I find out what the basics are. We like this. We want to stay away from this. And so okay. So this. So I'm kind of like in my head like connecting the dots, and I'm like, okay, so this goes with this, and you know what? This will go with this, and and people ask me, hey, can I get the playlist from that party? And I'm like, playlist? Let me see. Let's see if I can get that out of there. And it's never the same. So there's no playlist. It's all I'm just surveying, and I see what's what, and after reading the crowd, and just it does, and then it does come out automatically. It's like, oh my God, how did? And I look back at myself like, you did it, man. High five yourself.
I think that is a true sign of a true artist, and there's so much. This is an interesting industry to be in, I'll say, because you're an artist, but you're also a businessman, and you got to figure out how to combine it. But if you don't have the true art, and you're a sucky DJ, which obviously you're a great DJ, then the business part doesn't matter, because if you're not the artist, then you can't. There's no business to have. Eventually, people aren't going to hire you.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. You got to know what you're doing, and you got to listen and have patience. And if you don't have those things, and go the extra mile. I always go. People ask for this, I give them that times 10. Just go that extra mile. Leave them begging for more. Passion. Passion.
All right, so everybody that is having a party wants to reach out to you. And if they don't know about you, they should. How do they book you? How do they get to you?
My website, djhaze007.com. Fill out the inquiry form. There's footage there of me, being the guy that I am, and just fill out the inquiry form, and I'll submit it, and then I'll get back to you via email or a phone call, and we'll get you in.
You will be very, very, very glad and super lucky to have DJ Haze at your party.